It's your boy Icon Got You, aka the voice of the casual, aka Mr. Leather on Butt. So, y'all, listen, y'all already know, I know everybody has been paying attention to this Ebony Prince situation, Ebony Prince 2K24. As we all know, this is Ebony Prince 2K24. Ebony Prince 2K24 out of nowhere, came out of nowhere, and just started posting up cryptic messages from everybody swore it was a Kendrick superfan. He started posting all these cryptic messages about Kendrick Lamar is not a liar and I am not a thief. And it was so crazy because everybody I feel like is looking at it from the wrong perspective. I'm seeing people are starting to get pointed in the right direction, but I felt like everybody was looking at it from the wrong perspective. And I feel like it goes deeper than what people are thinking. Pause, no Diddy. But now here's why I say this. So I'm gonna take y'all back on a little journey and everything. So I'm gonna be going through like tabs and shit. Don't mind it. Just follow me. I hope y'all tracking. Cool. So years ago, so one point that I think they're also missing from the son Theodore is that he had been staying at this hotel for years. Like he's been there since he was like 16. His family got money. Like his dad's a doctor. So they've been staying at this hotel. And he was going to the bar already, and then one day he got into it with one of the staff. I believe it was the manager of said bar. Then he got into it, and she said that he was vaping weed and drunk out, basically pissy drunk, and he had to go. And that's what happened from the date of the initial start date of the lawsuit, which was in hold on, I just want to make sure I got that date right. This is what started the whole thing. Yep, August 10th 2021. August 10th. So August 10th was when everything started, and then that is literally what started this whole endeavor of what we're seeing here right now today. August 10th when he got into it with that lady. The Marks had at the Mark Hotel, there was an incident involving a 16-year-old at the time, which we all know as Winthrop, the son of Philip Winthrop. He was at the bar and he was drinking. Theodore Winthrop was his name. And so he has been suing the hotel for defamation and everything because he was caught up in a lawsuit incident where basically he was drinking at the hotel. They caught him. They banned him from the hotel where he was using a fake ID and everything. So they banned him from the hotel, and they have an ongoing lawsuit going on with the hotel. So now let's fast forward a bit. Okay? This Drake beef, everything happens. That shit is really irrelevant. Like, that is all irrelevant. So now we're gonna bring you to this document here. So one of the people that he identified was Officer Viola. Officer Viola, from when he had said the tweet, he said Officer Viola's name. Officer Viola is here in this first document. So why is Officer Viola important? So Officer Viola, that just shows one, that's a name that you can't fake. That's on a legal paper. So it just shows that there's some validity to what old boy is saying. So now I'm gonna take you down, not the rabbit hole. We're gonna take you down the tour dates of Drake being in New York. Drake got to New York around July 17th. That was the date, the first day Drake got there, July 17th. We know that Drake was there because there's even the TikTok footage of when you see Drake in that Canadian shirt and everything. And this is him leaving from outside. This was him at the jeweler and everything when you guys henceforth the jewelry receipt. This is the jewelry store he was at, and that is in Manhattan, which is only but a few blocks away from the Mark Hotel where Drake was staying at. So Drake stayed at the Mark Hotel from the duration of July 17th, 2023 to Two, and I know that people think that Drake was gone on the 27th. Drake was there still on the 27th. Drake arrived in DC on the 28th. He arrived in DC on the 28th. So that's a big misconception. He arrived in DC on the 28th. He just took a little flight, and it was only a couple hour flight, and it was literally to DC. So just saying, Drake wasn't that I don't know where that narrative got thrown in, but I digress from that. So now let's go back to this hotel. Why is this hotel important? I'm gonna introduce somebody right here, Isaac Simbarda. So this is the owner of the said hotel. What is this owner? He is Jewish. Why is this important? You guys are probably wondering, why does he bring this up? Jewish. Why is this important? So now, not this. So now, why was that important that he's Jewish, right? It was right here. The family of this guy, Philip Winthrop, they are Jewish also. They are a Jewish family also. So during the time of this, and mind you, when this happened, this incident, he was banned in 2021. So now fast forward to July 17th, 2023. There's our first incident. So literally, and mind you, there was incidents before Drake was even coming to this hotel. They've already had multiple incidents from June where they're protesting outside and they're yelling obscenities about the Mark has mice, the Mark has this, the Mark has this. And because of all this going on, this guy right here, the owner of the hotel, had to do something that he normally would never have to do in certain situations. He had to hire extra security that costs him extra money, and he had to shut down the outside tables and everything where people would normally be at the little, and it's like, I think they said like $135 a table or something. I can't remember the exact number, but they shut down those. So now when they shut down those, they were also basically making it where you couldn't come inside the hotel. The protesters had to stay outside, and that was the biggest thing. So now fast forward to July 17th, 2023. Drake arrives. Why do we know that this is Drake? Because they said the VIP guests entered the hotel, and they said VIP guests. The minute I read VIP guests, and it's July 17th, 4:15, there was nobody else that could arrive. And then they even have the paparazzi footage of Drake arriving with the multiple women, because before it wasn't even Drake who first arrived. It was first his cars, his entourage that first arrived at the hotel. So that was how they knew Drake was already coming. He already had booked this hotel in advance, and they had paparazzi outside, and the protesters were there and everything. And the protesters were going to make a scene to make Drake uncomfortable at this hotel. So now fast forward a little bit. Drake does complain about this because he hears them saying anti-Semitic comments and all this other stuff. He hears them saying it. So Drake complains. Now we need to fast forward to July 22nd, 2023. Because they're by this whole time, mind you, because this, look, and then I'm going to show y'all a video clip real quick. I'm going to show y'all a quick video clip. Let me show y'all this quick video clip because I feel like this is important for the context of everything. So y'all see Drake coming, y'all see him coming up. Just listen to what the dude yells.
Yo, back up. Yo, Drake, what up, Drake?
You hear the guy yelling in the background, the Mark helped Epstein, the Mark helped Epstein, the Mark helped Epstein. That's the protesters. So mind you, this is July 17th, because look at the outfit. Just saying, look at the outfit that Drake is wearing. This is July 17th. Just look at the outfit. So you could just get the context. You see that Canadian shirt? That's why I'm saying. So that's how we know this is the 17th. See, this is the 17th, because when did they post? This was the 7th. This is the 17th, July 17th. See, July 17th. So that's how you know. And that was when Drake was in July 17th and Drake Canadian shirt. So that's how you know that that was the day of July 17th when they're yelling the obscenities and everything. That's how you know that it was Drake that was, see, while setting up the barricades, the protesters refused to move, requiring them to be moved out with minimal force, everything like that. Then the police officer, this is Wiltshire. Remember, and then remember Viola. So remember, now this is Wiltshire. Now, and so Viola comes in later, but just saying, look, so now they were yelling the Mark has mice, the Mark helped Epstein, the Mark has bed bugs. They were yelling all that stuff when Drake was coming out of the hotel and everything, and when Drake was going into the hotel. So now fast forward to July 22nd. So why is this date important? All right, cool. So now let's go. Remember this photo? Y'all remember this? This is the 22nd. This is that Sunday. 3:19. There were protesters outside. That's why you see the lobby is like this. It's empty because the protesters were outside. Everybody had to come inside. Well, not everybody had to come inside. They weren't allowing people to come inside. So something happened in this moment right here. There is no log of nothing happening after this moment in time. This is the last dated moment right here. So that is why dude with the stroller is so important, because he's hiding something. And this dude right here, I believe this is Turco, the dude who was suing. What's his name? Theodore. This is Theodore. I think this is Theodore in the lobby. And I think Drake, this is all alleged, I think Drake beat the shit out of this dude. And I think maybe he landed into him and he's somehow involved where it's not. I think Drake basically may have caused him to actually harm this dude in a sense of him trying to defend himself from Drake and his entourage or something. But this dude was causing a commotion because he was protesting the hotel. So why is that even important? So now we go back. Look, it says when only a VIP guest walked out. VIP guest. There, even in the article where let me get it pulled up. Let me even get it pulled up. And this is why he was, and then here's the other thing too. The other little caveat I forgot almost. The Mark Hotel was on Epstein's blacklist. That's why he was saying that. Because the Mark Hotel was on Epstein's list. That was the other thing. So now, fast forward a little bit, you see July 22nd, all this good stuff. Once the VIP left everything, right? So now there's July 25th. The reason why July 25th is important is because, remember, Drake was still there. Even if you saying Drake, this is the 22nd, Drake was still there until the 26th. So anything up until the 26th is important that happens at this hotel. Is why I was saying to everybody, you got to pay attention to all the days. So look, now you got the 26th, the 25th. They're saying after the hotel was denied, this is that, parents call in, this is that. Here is where shit gets weird. This is the owner right here. Defendants demand for witness. The owner, remember the owner I said? Look right here. Look right here. Whose name is that? That is the owner of the hotel. So now, let's go back. This is the owner. So look. Now let's read real quick. It says the answer to this remains under investigation and will be pronounced upon its discovery, right? So now let's go back to him. It said plaintiff objects to their integrity as a duplicate of integrated one, and defendants demand for witness. Plaintiffs demand for witness. 20. This guy, and this right here, bang. Plaintiff objects on grounds of overbeareth, subject to this objection. Directors and executives of the hotel at this time protest include general manager, and it includes everybody here. But this is literally somebody, the guy, the owner of the hotel is right here in this whole thing. Yes, and then this was the other thing right here. This is where shit gets important. As a result of the defendant's conduct, this is bro right there. The bro right here. As a result of defendant's conduct, plaintiff hired additional security. He's the plaintiff. Hired additional security at a cost of, remember when I said earlier, $5,265. In addition, plaintiff suffered reputational damages in the amounts of da-da-da. But remember, these dudes are suing the hotel, and the hotel has a ban on the son. They have a 2-year, he's been banned from the hotel for like about 2 years since he was like 16. So now look, and remember what I said about the tables. Remember I said 135 a table, and then the punitive damages. So yes, this goes to money, but I think there's a deeper cover up here, because we don't know what happened after anything after this date is all gone. Because there was even more. Tried to gain entry to the plaintiff's property. So on July 25th, he came back. And that was the thing. We need to figure out what happened after two. Because something happened between this day and this day why he felt the need to come back. He didn't come back for a couple days, but he came back after. So all I'm more saying is, something happened between Drake and the protesters, because there was even reports of the protesters with getting beat up, like where the police had to break up the scuffle between protesters and everything. See, let me see if I could find it. Let's see if I can find it. In July, yep. See? Right here. In July. In July, Whitaker allegedly took matters a step further when the Jewish rapper and actor Drake stayed at the Mark. According to the lawsuit, Winthrop first attempted to keep the hotel staff from preparing for Drake's arrival, then tried to block Drake's entry into the hotel by yelling that the Mark denied the Holocaust, leading to a fist fight between him and the rapper's fans. They're trying to say the rapper's fans. I don't think it was the rapper's fans. I think that was Drake's entourage. Another instance in which Winthrop and another protester chanted, "The Mark helped Epstein," while Drake exited the hotel, was caught on video. But you see what I mean? They're saying leading to a fist fight between him and the rapper's fans, right? But I don't think that was the rapper's fans. I'm just saying, I think something happened. And I think that they are trying to bury the footage right now, because it starts to even line up when old buddy is saying all the stuff that he was saying on the Alvarez dude, and he was saying somebody did get fired because I wasn't supposed to be in that lobby. Why do you think he wasn't supposed to be in that lobby? Not saying he's not supposed to be there, but because the protesters were there, they didn't want anybody in the lobby, and that was an extra security measure that they took. And who would know that? Ebony Prince, because he's on the security team. How would he have known that if he wasn't on the security team? He wouldn't have known that. So now Ebony Prince probably is just involved here for the scam. But I believe that he's showing us the deeper conspiracy is, yes, I had a scam going. And look, you will notice Ebony Prince didn't say something until a date when some of this paperwork was filed. And look, and now let's go back and look at Ebony Prince's account. When is the first date he posted? May 10th. May 10th, right? And then after May 10th, when was the first date that this shit was filed into the courts? May 10th. So now they're requesting this information, and it's not the hotel. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that caveat. And then I'm gonna just go back and sit back and relax and enjoy the show. But you already know it's Icon Got You, aka the voice of the casual, aka Mr. Leather on Butt. And y'all already know we on the case when we have a little couple more details that we want to throw out there, because I think that I could get a little more in depth with things a little bit. But this is just the best breakdown that I can do, because I'm realizing that this shit, I think, goes deeper than No Diddy. This thing, I think, goes deeper than what everybody could imagine. I think the Jewish owner is looking to help out a Jewish rapper or somebody who's connected with UMG, Lucian Grange, and Lucian Grange called in a favor and said, listen, we need that buried. And the other guy who is Jewish and has money and has power is like, nah, y'all not getting that buried. So now we're in a triangle and we're going to really see how this goes. Only time will tell how this plays out. Only time can tell. But let me know what y'all think. That's our boy Icon Got You, aka the voice of the casual, and aka Mr. Leather on Butt. And like I always say, man, always be you. Never be afraid to reinvent yourself. And I'm out.